One, two, three.
All the people who are watching this video, so obviously you would be preparing for JEE Mains and Advanced 2020. In that case, why are you watching this video? Because you should not be thinking about taking a drop right now. अभी drop year के बारे में मत सोचो. Just prepare for the exam. You still have 2 months for JEE Mains and 3 months for JEE Advanced. So why not prepare for it right now rather than thinking about this question? अच्छे से तैयारी करो एग्ज़ाम की, मेंस का पेपर देकर आओ. अगर वो अच्छा नहीं होता तो भी हार मत मानो. तो उसके बाद एडवांस के लिए भी तुम्हारे पास 1 महीना है, उसकी तैयारी करो, उसके रिज़ल्ट का इंतज़ार करो. अगर वो अच्छा नहीं आता, तुम्हें कोई कॉलेज नहीं मिल रहा, तब जाकर ड्रॉप ईयर लेने की बात सोचो. Now why am I saying this? Not to think about taking a drop right now. There is a reason for that. If in any case you have already thought about taking a drop for the next year, then this would work as a test for you. क्योंकि जितनी अच्छी तैयारी तुम इन 2 महीनों में करोगे, वो तुम्हें बताएंगे कि तुम अगले 1 साल में कितनी अच्छी तैयारी कर सकते हो. क्या तुम उसी कांस्टेंट मोमेंटम से अच्छी तरह से तैयारी कर सकते हो, या फिर तुम्हारा कॉन्फिडेंस बीच में डगमगा जाएगा. But to all the people who have already given both of these exams, you cannot consider this as the only reason for taking a drop. क्योंकि पिछले 2 महीनों में जो तुमने तैयारी करी थी, वो एक प्रेशर में आकर करी थी. तुम्हें एक खुशी थी कि 2 महीने ही रह गए हैं सिर्फ, इसके बाद एग्जाम खत्म हो जाएगा. You were having a kind of pressure so that you have to work hard for it. You were having an andut that the paper is going to be over soon. So in that case, you cannot judge that period to be the deciding factor of whether you can work hard for the next year or not. Now once you are done with all of these examinations, given the JEE Mains and JEE Advanced, you have seen the result also and you have attended the counseling also. Then the process starts. The process where you have to decide whether you can take a drop or not. And to make this process easier, I have divided this process into 3 stages, where you have to cross every stage in series. Now what does it mean? There will be 3 stages. It will start from the stage 1. So if you are able to qualify the stage 1, then only you can move on to the stage 2. If you are not able to qualify the stage 1, you cannot move on to the stage 2. That means you are not qualified to drop, according to me. Right. So we'll start with the stage 1. Going over the stages, you have to qualify every stage. You have to reach the 3rd stage and qualify the 3rd stage also. If you are able to qualify all the 3 stages, then you are eligible to drop. So let's start with the stage 1. Now in this stage, you need to ask yourself a question that why do you want to drop? So this question will have a common answer, that you are not getting the colleges that you are expecting to get. So why? Because you haven't secured that rank which was required to get these colleges. So based on the different ranks and the different colleges that you are getting, this stage can be divided into 6 subcategories. Now these categories are according to the ranks and the colleges that you are getting. Out of this, the first category consists of the people who are not getting any of the good IITs or NITs or IIITs. That means you are not getting any of the good colleges. Now here, good colleges means you are not getting IITs, the top NITs, IIITs and other private engineering colleges, which are considered as good. So in this case, you can have a rank ranging from 35,000 to over some people who haven't passed the exam also. So in that scenario, the category 1 can also be subdivided into 3 categories. So the first category is a group of people who are securing a rank of 35,000 to 60,000. In that case, you are eligible to move on to the stage 2. The second subgroup consists of the people who are having a rank of 60,000 to 100,000. In this case also, you can move on to the stage 2, but you are not that much recommended as the students in the stage 1, category 1 and subgroup 1 was recommended. That means the people who are having a rank of 35,000 to 60,000 are more recommended than you people. So you have to think more than the people who are having a rank of 35,000 to 60,000. The third subcategory of this category is the people who are having a rank greater than 100,000. So in that case, I won't recommend you to take it. Now that means you cannot move on to the stage 2. But still, if you want to see, then you can go and see in the stage 2. Now the second category in the first stage consists of the people who are getting some decent branches, some decent departments in the top NITs and triple ITs. Now here decent branches is totally subjective actually. Nowadays the good branches are considered as CSC, IT, MNC and those. So if you are not getting those branches or departments in the top NITs and triple ITs, that's the category of the people I'm talking about. Now here I am assuming that you are not interested in the decent branches, civil, chemical, mechanical, etc. In that scenario, if you want some good branches like CSC, IT and MNC in the top NITs and triple ITs but you are not getting them, in that case you are also eligible to qualify the stage 1 and move on to the stage 2. But if you like the decent branches also like civil, chemical, mechanical, etc. and you are getting them in the top NITs, then there is no point in leaving them. Just take them and don't go for a drop. The third category of people in the stage 1 consists of the people who are getting some good rank in NITs, triple ITs and some other private engineering college which are considered as really good. So in that case, I won't recommend you to take a drop because once you have taken your admission in any of the colleges, nobody is going to ask you about your college again. And even if they do ask, then you are not studying in any stupid college. That's a very good college. You're getting top NITs, triple ITs and with a very good branch. That will be of your choice, obviously. So in that case, I won't recommend you to take a drop. You'll be having all the good opportunities and all the good placement offers that any other good college will have. That's just a matter of ego or the urge to prove yourself that you could have got IIT if you could have worked hard. If your ego matters a lot, then only you can move on to the next stage and see if you can take a drop or not. But I myself will not recommend you at all to take a drop. The fourth category of people in the stage 1 consists of the people who are getting some decent branches in the IITs. Now again, this term decent branches is totally subjective here. In that case, in this category, I won't recommend at all to take a drop. Because once you join the IITs, you have immense opportunities on your way. They give you that environment that anyone out there can develop themselves. And you will be having an option to change your branch once you get over there. And believe me, some of the IITs have a very lenient branch change policy, which will give you one more chance to prove yourself. So in case your ego is on your way and you want to prove yourself while taking a drop, don't do it. Just join the IITs and prove it by performing outstandingly good in the first semester and getting your branch changed. But don't take a drop. The fifth category of people in the first stage consists of the people who are getting the top branches in the IITs, like the CSC, MNC, Artificial Intelligence, ECE, etc. Like all the top branches in the IITs. But you want to take a drop. Now the last category of this stage. This category consists of all the people who were there in the earlier stages also. Now you want to take a drop only because of the pressure that you are facing from your parents, the criticism that you are facing from the people around you. Some would be having some ego problems और कुछ लोग इसलिए drop करना चाहते हैं कि वो अपने आप को prove करना चाहते हैं सिर्फ. So in that case, I won't recommend you at all to take a drop. These people would be there after an year also saying the same thing again. So it's better to consider your decision once more right now rather than regretting it later the next year after wasting 1 year. Now since you are clear on why you want to take a drop and the different levels of recommendations that I have given on whether you should take a drop or not, the people who have qualified the stage can move on to the stage 2 and decide whether you want to take a drop or not. The stage 2 will be in the next video, which will be named as the episode 2.1. So switch to that video and see whether you can take a drop or not.